Assalamu alaikum barin gambe no lanin gambe bantalamba mobe kontone toni kontongola wakamala ka tandi molako nim club mu science and mass family lati nin club bo loring school mi alanko awa loring gunjur sate nyin kono gunjur upper basic school nimu school mi alanko awa gunjur awa lori wolto nin club nyim bodo school nyinato but every year igata nation to nyinnale nyinam fanang efele ba parendirola kanata nation nyintola wala nga si domanding nga jibe muna wa caring wala ka minje ani ka min fanan soto je.
This is a nationwide tour which we embark on, which is science and maths people. This is a journey that we embark on in every year. The club is established since 2012 till now 2022. And the father of the club is called Mr. Wyatt Drame. The full name is Yahya Drame. Every year we embark on this journey to take the children out of the country or within the country to show them and to give them education that they have never learned in the classes. In this journey, we embark on, we give children their talent, they showcase their talent, they give out things that they're supposed to have in classes that they do not have the opportunity to showcase. So this is the year that we are going on nationwide tour. We started this since 2012 and this year also we are going. So this is 2022, 23rd December on Friday that we are going on a journey. This is a 10 days journey that we are going to embark on. Thank you all. So sit, relax and enjoy. But not to enjoy only, learn something from it. So let's go. Wow, it is an amazing trip that we always embark on. Science and Maths Club, one family, one love. We always embark on this journey. This is the 12th year that we are doing this. Thank you all.
Sayang kali aja nyari sayang pelentim banjun ka cross sayang kata bara ninta bara badla flow binti gelo kala food blend ada kan yalo kambia la penko long komin sayang mamulla la kotolo yalo isteda nundamin ye mutan ndani ye kidde so fana ni asonda la ka cross kata wal jibe ye bitaga wala din sayang kata je
Hey, we are here again, the Banjul, the capital city of the Gambia, where we are going to cross the ferry. where we are going to cross the ferry to go to the place called Fort Plain. This small house, it is the history why it is placed in our history book. This is because it was ancient in our history time. So my people, we are going to cross this journey carefully. My people, please follow me. Let's go.
Assalamualaikum bari wala to le yalo jabe Science and Maths Drama Global. Lo movie ni bol silo kan ngada lo movie so sense and pele banjul kana banjul kos kada bara. Ya, lo movie nyamanda easy la like by link utaman bi wa kan katole yalo ne. Ita mo bi ba ba to bi yalo. So ni aso kana le kana ma so movie e bare ka ji amanda easy la dal. Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Tari apa?
Okay, come on. Kada lo movie la banji asko aja. Bolong maaf mo ne salom anda man ta sumiyara ante kana nyina kata YouTube abal badu kanji
ya Science and Maths Drama Club bali subscribe bali like bali share to le aluge adi kana ne le laba Gambia no ni ngo bom Gambia be abo ya Gambia para fulani hello what day yeah ya kwa ndana ko
Gambian ko lui ka fon commission tollon Science and Maths Drama Club ti tollon nata murungale kote bayin tripo mene e ka wala excursion oti albe yalo nyamdron Science and Maths Drama Club family lo eno nyim family ni nata jibe sanyi tan ko mante kata excursion wala sawo sang ikake sinya kilingolti ela ka ben December ti bari sentente bakunta kinta island ika dami ko Albreda. So mbita kang Albreda le baling asasi alyamol jibe ni kunta kinta island tubabo le kawa ko wal milike ani mo fi wala kawa ko ani mo fi wala mintak ha kunta kinta island bina taka holta.
Yes, we are back again to another edition of our excursion, the second day. Here we are again in Kunta Kinte Island, where we have in the place where we are going to cross in a place where the blacks and the whites were tortured in this place called James Island. We are going to a place where we are going to see how the blacks were affected by the whites. So my friends, sit, relax and enjoy, but not to enjoy only. Learn something from it. Let's go to the things.
On behalf of your teachers, I'm just doing this to help you actually. I love taking students. So Gambia universities, Gambia College are coming here every time and now and then. I'm taking them on excursion for free. You just do sometimes things, you know, on ground. So sometimes you never know where you find each of you. Maybe ministers, permanent secretaries, lecturer at the university. So it's important to take it. My name is Dudu, and I welcome all of you in the village of Albreda. This is Albreda. We are starting the excursion. Albreda and Jufre are twins village. This border is like a so-called border in English. The border is just like this. And that's where the museum is. That's where we'll end the tour. So we'll start it here and then to the island and then end it at the museum, okay? But today we're going to talk like about slavery. Sometimes when we talk about slavery, I think we have to touch a little bit about our African slavery. This slavery in Africa, to me, sometimes it's not that much important to me. I think we talk more about what the Western people or the white people did to us in Africa. It's the most important thing to me. Because I know everybody here, you are already familiar to the Mali Empire, Ghana, and so on. Sometimes these are just foolish things to me, actually, on my own concept. Because the type of slavery we use in Africa, we all know, it is, of course, not that much painful like the Atlantic slavery, which is accompanied with torturing, beating, killing people. The type of slavery we were doing in Africa is like when you have like a wedding, or you call me your Jomo, you are my foe and whatsoever. Those are the type of slavery we use. In Badibu Kerewan, although it's still happening there, when you die, you are from the royal family, you are buried separately. If you are from the noble family or slave caste, you are buried at that other side. But I believe actually that type of slavery in Africa, we should stop using that now. Because I believe we are all human beings, children of God. Wherever you see an image of black man, it's an image of an Indian or whatsoever. You see. But after that type of slavery, we have the Moroccans, the Arabs. These Arabs are coming all the way from the north of Africa with their camels. They travel to Africa across the Sahara Desert and legitimate trade. When you say legitimate trade, these are people who are bringing these cows, feathers, beeswax, and whatsoever. This is why in Africa we are divided into caste system. We have the blacksmith, we have the leather makers, we have the noble caste, and we have the hierarchy caste. But 1492, when America was come to be the New World, stop saying America was discovered by Columbus 1492. That's very wrong. Columbus doesn't discover America. There were black people in North America before Columbus would discover America. It's just unfortunate with them. The Red Indians there actually, they couldn't walk and develop those plantations. This is what brings the Portuguese people into Africa 1456. When they arrive, they come with this concept that they will build the first Catholic church here. That's the church you see there. Some are saying the other Sunday Mungu there. You know, we have a Sunday Mungu church here. That is the first church. But actually, according to our history, that's what we know as the first church. Behind that restaurant, if you just stand behind there, you'll see the church. Okay? Although it's in ruin, but you still see it. But they believe that when they come and spread Christianity here, they will convince people to be Christian. That's why Christianity came before Islam, is it? Let's see. That was around 13th century. So when they came, they settled on that island there you see, in the middle of the river, which is 30 kilometers away from the ferry point. But there was an island here where they settled before. This is called Dog Island. That Dog Island is a tiny island where the Portuguese people were basically settled. But because there are the biggest dog baboons there, they bark like dogs and they throw stones on white man's collar. They are not used to them. So they decided to abandon that island, sail 18 miles from that unknown island where they discovered it. After they are settled there for 5 years, they decided now to build a fort on the island. This is natural island. It's from God. It was 3 times bigger than the size you are seeing like that. You see. So that fort was built in 1651. 1651 by modern Latvia. They are part of Germany before the Berlin Conference. 1651. But when the Portuguese were there, the island has its local name. I heard some of you, one of you with a green book was asking somebody, Sandimungu. The island was called Sandimungu Joyo. Sandimungu is someone, a fisherman. in a lake called Sika here. He used to fish in this river. When he's tired, he go and relax at the island. They call it Sandy Murujo. So they named the island after him. When the Portuguese people came, that's what they want to copy. They said Sandy Murujo. You see, they named the island. You see, and the island was called Andrew Island because one of their sailors died on that island. One of their sailors died, the white man died there because he was attacked by malaria. After his death, he was buried on the island. You really see where he's buried there. So they give that name to the island. 1661, the English people came and attacked the island on a war with the cannons like this. They bombed the whole island and they rebuilt the island. And they kicked that name out. They call it James II in England. They call it James Island because it's James II. In 1681, the French people came, fought with the English people. This is why Senegal is bigger than the Gambia. Many people think Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara was being fooled by the Senegalese people and they pushed Gambia up to Andala. That's not the case. It's the British who were interested only on nothing but the river Gambia. As you can see, our river is the only navigable waterway you can find yourself in Europe. This is why Mali don't have seaport. You see, because of the river Gambia. Gambia is 11,000 square kilometers. The river Gambia takes 9,000 square kilometers. The river is bigger than the land. Gambia was one time Africa. So when the French did that with the British, they give them a piece of land, they built this house. It's 150 years old house now. It was built in 1860. 18th century, that house. The French were using that as a warehouse. They bring tobacco, guns, mirrors, coffees, salt, alcohol, and they exchange with the Swiss. The French were doing that. So it goes up to 1672. Then the Spanish people attacked the island. After the Spanish, 1780, the Dutch people attacked the island. So there were constant of war on this island. If you don't use the island, it's not possible you human trafficking people from the slave. You see, these people are not enslaving us. We are not slaves. No one was born in slavery. In history, if you want to put it correct, you say the Europeans human trafficked us because they were human trafficking us. They are forcing us into slavery. We don't like it. These people are victimized. They only accept this place when they're in America. No choice. See, no father, no mother, no family here. This is why when these black people are in Europe, you see, you call them diaspora. They don't, you cannot blame them. They don't know where they come from. You are taken like a family. They take you to America, take you to Brazil, take her to West Indies, separate it. You see, when you grow up, you marry, you have children. They never know where you come from. They feel, yeah, I got a citizen, I'm a British, I'm American, but they never know that unless you come back to Africa or you do DNA blood test to know where you come from. So this is how slavery came, stopped in 1807. Why? Who stopped slavery? It is stopped in England first in 1807. But it still continues in other countries. Denmark 1838, it stopped. America 1860, it stopped. That's why Abraham Lincoln stood and win that ring in America. You see. So when it stopped in England, it's like people were just uncomfortable. No shelter, no food, no house to sleep. A lot of disease because black people were too much in Europe. So this is why Marcus Garvey in 1945 he wanted to board that Black Star Line to repatriate all the black people in Africa. But what they did to form a team of humanitarian, so Thomas Clarkson became to be the champion of the history. But he was not a recognized member in the British Parliament in 1870. But he was doing underground work until he was supported by William Wilberforce, Grand Wilberson, and they stopped it. But when they stopped it, it's still a problem for Africans because there was no chance to protect slaves again because the island is closed, the river Gambia is closed. But what they would do, the English cannot close this point. cannot take slaves anywhere. Now what they could do is 93 people were on that island there, 93 people. So what they could do is tell those people in England where could they take them, you see. So they returned the first batch to Sierra Leone and the capital is called Freetown. And these ones here, they wanted to come back to their family. How could they come? Swim to get your freedom. If you come and touch this pole, where we are standing, this is where the original pole used to be. You are set free. You cannot do it in America. What they do in America, they send their people back to Liberia. And the third batch was sent by England people to Gambia. Those are the Akusi kingdom by you. They cannot speak English, they speak half English. This is how they do. But in the River Gambia, if you are at the ferry point, you see how big and wide the river is. You see, the captains, when they fired them, because these 6 guns were put in the State House where Adama Barrow is staying today. But when they fired the 6, they still move to the other side of Barra to escape from those guns. So they built a Fort Billen in Barra, 1826. You see. So that's why we believe that statue never again under it. Albreda is populated with 3,000 people. 95 people here are Muslims, 5 people are Christians. But we live in a very nice family. We never have any war. Very peaceful village. Majority are Mandinka. The founders are Mandinka. The founder of Albreda is called Musanke Jatta.
Musanke Jatta.
But Albreda, Jufure settled before Albreda. When Musanke Jatta came with his talibans from Senegal, he requested a piece of land from Nufuntal, the founder of Jufure. He told him, go and do Dara there. That's how Albreda got it named. It was called Dara locally. When the French dominated the hinterland, they called it Albadara. When the English came and we were colonized by England, they called it Albreda. This is how Albreda got the 3 names out of it. So thank you very much, ladies and gents. Anyway, let's go. We do the island and I bring you back to the museum. That's why I'll stop it. Thank you. Do you have any questions to ask? Just listen and look at me. Open your eyes on me. Give me question and listen very well and remember the dates I am mentioning. I'm going to ask you all about this when we get the island one by one. Okay? Yeah, the River Gambia is bigger than the land. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how to live like it. But normally we do have that. Even when you move to around Casamas, before they come in of this, friendly people. Casamas was once part of the Gambia before the friendly.
Yes, that's true. That's what I'm saying. You see, Gambia was up to Kaula, and around Casamas was part of Gambia. The white people, what they do in Africa here, the whole Africa, not the Gambia. That's why sometimes, in fact, me, when I guided them, in fact, I do put it on their mind that it's because of you people, you put interest on us. We hate each other. They divide us. Because after the Berlin Conference, every colonial country wanted to rule a small part of Africa. This is why. Because one time ago, you cannot even say you are Senegalese, but you say I'm a Senegalian. This is why some Senegalese people still, if you ask them, they never tell them that they were one Senegal, one Senegal. This is, see, Gambia was so big and large. See, but when they come, they divided us. English, we are only following the interests of the people. Because why? English people knowing that when they don't come to Senegal, it's not possible to traffic those slaves to Europe. Not America, not West Indies, not Brazil, not Europe itself. You see? Because you cannot take them by hinterland. That's why when they take the slaves on that island, it's not possible to go across the Atlantic like that. You go through Gore Island first. That's why you cross the Atlantic. It's like when you want to go to Bafo to Spain or whatever. If you started at Senegal, you must cross this Gambia. Because the river got the sources from the Futajalam Island, comes to Senegal and empty itself into the Gambia. That's why we get 365 degrees. No, 3,365 degrees. in the River Gambia. It's the River Gambia which create already creeks Bolongo. That's why if you go from the river, if you go to Georgetown, it's divided because that footage around island, the water sources came from that land. That's why the part is fresh water. So the Gambia will get that. So because our river the location, Mali cannot get seaweed. Our river is 3,365 kilometers away. That's why it is very narrow when you go inside. So wider in the mountains. So, in the absence of that, we can go to the island.
What is the use of this?
The use of this, when we go to the museum, you know, you cannot put this in the holder and fire. So this is what, if you listen into some of our traditional cassette like Mali song, you understand? Gunpowder. That's what they put. That's what you cannot handle the crown of life. They come killing barrel of feed 1 to 5 bar. Then put it in there like a matching pocket. This cannon has been fired. Ask anybody once when it was here, when the Queen, do you know that the Queen Elizabeth has ever visited this place? He visited this place once during her tenure. So they fired this to welcome her. You get a museum motor, you will see the reason of this. Kidim Nicole Fanat to be a carpet like a small boy.
Okay. Welcome to everybody. This is Bunju students, and then we have a wonderful club there which we call our Science and Math family, and then we are doing field trip. Here is a wonderful historical site which we call as James Island or Kunta Kinte Island. Here we have the fort. These cannon were used by the white people to stop the ferries from taking the slaves from here to James Island. Okay, this is what is a very, very huge heritage in our history, because the white people, what they did to us is human trafficking. This was not slavery, because they forced us immensely for us to go in for something which we are not even willing to do. That's why we call it as human trafficking. So we also have Daba Osho. Daba Osho will give you some information in local language. Daba.
Yeah, like akamin foko yang force le wala mintu ko yang force le ni na taji ben tolu bla ko malla fi joyala bal tubabo le mol force le mol ke jongati ni human traffic ko ni imal le fi kala mini na fo bal human traffic wala ko mo force kan dundi joyako.
Okay, this island was first named by San Domingo Joyo, because there is a man from Sika who normally do fishing here, and then whenever he is tired, he will go to the island which we known today as James Island to go and rest there. So they named the island as San Domingo Joyo. So when the Portuguese came, one of their sailors named Andrew, who died there and was buried. So for that, they named the island as Andrew Island.
Yo, ni island on nga tomu nun Sandomingo Island nati because ke dole bidenu mi yalon ka kan demo leke. So kabla na tan demo ke nyata to la Sandomingo Island ola. Kabla bota je Portuguese ol nata nang ila modo la banta je ka fo mi yoko Andrews Island kabla banta ya bade je nata island on tola Andrews Island.
So thank you so much the viewers, and then after here we are going to the museum to see what happened there and what is stored there for the Gambians also to know their history, because this is something which is very, very huge, but we are not taking care of it. So Daba, you are welcome again.
Ala baraka ba ke jiber lalu kanata tan museum molto alena jibe min kata to babule min boyen tol bula ko kan.
Thank you so much.
Ala baraka ba.
My friend is here to talk about some of the things in the Colombo.
Badi mo nga dami fale museum molto molto in the museum molto ne sonta alba ku dol jala la ni yalo ko ka fondin dala wal nal la dal alfana ba experience.
We are going in details to show some of the things, the historical things like the slaves, some of the creativities in this museum. So my friend, we can go in. Here again, to another important things in Jufre, the National Museum of the Gambia. Some of the creativities that we have here. We have another man here that we can call a father, that he is going to talk about some of the things that we want to know. Saying, Mbamfama nyine kala baba. Nimpendol mimbijantete wol ele do ko mumeti.
Baraka baking kondanda bakare la nyininkaro kumari mbalon dindi ndal hono ba janne meda janne sa intending nga fengola dara milialon ko coming ka tourist on attract because jamu tourist daldi nim fengoli ka mil fengo be je tending nga darale pour ka di tourist la ne nata nay ga sanne so ndal fanan ka balu wala nyama fanan ka nakindi fengola bala milialon ko aning tariku min keta jang slavery nyinto ye mulung so fanam ba sirin janne wala fanana business oti mboroke ka
As we had the father, he said they themselves they make these materials in order for the tourism to know some of the things that happen in the Gambia. So we can go in further to see some of the things in Jufre. We can come into the museum to the backside of slavery. We can see a father, a mother, and a daughter or a son. They are put into slavery for people to see how our people were tortured, how our people were put into slavery. But my people, we were put into slavery. So my sister, you can translate into Mali.
Okay, mbadi wala kali ya nyami tol mo fi ngolim batata nyami joya wato kono. Ni nata nyin jibe ni mu bala ni madi ngol ni anin ni ndom ni fana madi ngol. So ni nata jibe ni ndom ma falet. Ni nata jibe ya manun tenne. Ya trek nun tenne ya joya stinkanten. Adama.
This is another edition of the slavery. Here we can see a father, a mother, and a son. They are put into slavery in order for us to work. How can we see a white people putting their own people in naked now? You can never see a white people putting their own people in statue, making them naked. They can never do that. But for them, they can put us naked for our people. So we are black, so we can make ourselves proud of ourselves. See how our people were tortured. See how our Gambians, our Africans were tortured. We are put into slavery.
Nata jibe mbadu hanala nyintibe ni toro kuba anin nimsawa. Ni toro kuba anin nimsawa.
Okay, in the colonial days, when they captured the father and the mother and the son, the slave masters, they sell the father to Europe, they sell the mother to Asia, they sell the son to maybe in other part of the world. You know, they separate them. So that's how they were enslaving our people. Yes. Some of them, when they capture them, some of them they die on the way. So you don't see the vultures. You know, so some of the dead bodies, you know, is the vultures, you know, it's supposed to come and then take their body, eat their body. In those days, many of them they die on the way. If anybody died, they just throw it like that. So they sell the mother Asia, the father maybe in Europe, the daughter maybe in somewhere else. They separate them. Yes.
As we all had, what my uncle said, they always separate them, take them to another country, and sell them. They would not even see each other, neither to know each other. That's the end of the edition. We can go inside the museum, the house, that we will see some of the things. Let's go.
Museum o kono so wala frene alba pudol jeremi yalonko ni toro ko ni msapu adama
How we can say we are entering in the museum to see some of the things that
vele sain dunta museum nyin kono museum waya tandi mo la jantentine ko ike muda tentine ika jolota ka sidi ikangol to tentine mumuwal vamal ike ke tentine so jano musée moti an ni musée mo fenjama la bija mili alan ko nunto fango jolol mili alan ko ke ta ke sidi mol kanto slave ol kanto e bele bijang ding ngolam bam fokke balom bang bal fatije kadon tubabol yen kenyamin ni musée mo kono wala sabatrin je ani de nanol be bulo kono be talale yege slave o nyinto so ni musée mo ati ko tandi mo la ten han kabim fele saying bakulungo nyin kono mba finditan kata kunda kinda island nyinto ni silo nyin kan wala ke samba fo kunda kinda island ka futa je fanan ka je jibe ka je ko tarigo min keta je alsi do mandi nga futa je nga je fanan jibe. All right, this is Science and Maths family. Yeah. On a boat trip to Kunta Kinte Island. Okay. We are very almost to reach there. All right. Here we have Binta, Soda, Bojang, Mer, Mansi, and many more. Mr. Fabak is there. Doena kabul konni wuli ni bari ma tolong mbadingol komin ka fale nyamin anin lo multi million ko e bodo gunjur school olol to now we have reached this is the full trip. This is a place of sadness. This is a place where our ancestors were. Aha, didn't know kept. The Mumpere Diamolete in the Dasoro. I shall continue. Aha. Afo. Go on. They found this island empty and tried to put on these things here in order to capture our ancestors. Definitely speaking, this is horrible. This is massive sadness. We have a wonderful historic places in the Gambia, but are we valuing them? Speak.
James Island kono so bitala na bomba kono na alnya kan yimin dita nyindo example dal tumi yalon ko ka slave on dundije ya numu example la ka fon mi mandi ka ko misali so bitala bomba kono maku wali tandilala ka na slave on dundije
As he said, that's the truth. The people of our ancestors, our great-grandparents, grandmothers, this is where they take water to drink, to take bath. The whites, when the rain comes, it serves as a well or a tank for them in order to survive or to drink. My friend, we can go in for the rest of the trip. Here is the slave house, the small building where they are all kept. So, this is a small house. This is the place where they throw water and food for them to drink. Whether you get it, it's your business. Whether you don't get it, it's your business. They stand until their bodies, their feet are swollen. This is a place where our ancestors were destroyed and they were put into slavery.
Nino dulati dami yalong ko ka jongol bulan bungal lokono min kata fo jongul kilim min feng ika nyindula mil fana jeta nyindula non dulati dami yalong ko ka domoro dina ninjella nin jiolu ida yasto walle ma soto nyimberol nyimberol mil fana jejante aberol sifal babantale elu ni lote ka to lorende ibika si Kembali ngol janno dulati miliyalon ko ni natal na jangol fenam kilo ni janno ni mama la jang ni bula di ba ko no kala ibala jato bala tubaab le sa ñing ko no fam su tubaab le la ba wali kon tol mo fi mo tol le ke mo jaala wala pour kodo ani kan ne ke bala pour ke suude ke bondi bol kono jamala na bol jamala na ada.
As he said, the white people, they gathered the slaves here, put up the fire, put a nail inside the fire in order to put it on a person's body. How can we say this? Our people were put into slavery, not only in a slavery.
Okay, mbadingol coming afale nyami jannong kunta kinte island ti tubabul ya tola ka fa James Island. Jannong ikanda multa slave ni ke fenan jannato ke muta jannato fo janni ba parela ke ne samba tubabudu. Woto ngamira ko intal mumuwol ye badamin taki asembo ni warata bakele. Bare dula kendo feja mi alon ko asa kodo dino molla because torisol ka bo bandala bango kanne kananan ka kodo nyinjo ka futajang ka jejibe. Barin masakunda ni mantara dogo ke kan katun kabrim futata dang iko damin tinyata jemu ka tarano o kammala ngamira ko I mantara mtaran ko kuumi alon ka kumayata. Coming katandala ko janno Senegambia British Science and Maths mobe flavor tambin kang iba tama kang katama ka stroll ka jibe.
Assalamualaikum Gambia pula ni Gambia bantala antol na kaburong ale ko Science and Maths Drama Club ade kita kan thanks stone sa kulle jamu Senegambia British bani ala sonta alba jelale nimba stone safu
kaya fale nya
adama
alkana fale janna Senegambia British babil masal do ko be ka janna
Okay.
malo ko ni pa may video kana mo terap tak kaya ni kau madantan dan ni aku beri
Okay.
So, alo tanya ni.
Imbrito alo nya na milonja. It is a kind of grant and loan. Okay. So then jala kenge ya jeme ole ko atela ko start. Okay. Yes. There's many organizations or institutions, international for that matter, come together. I think all banks is there, ECOWAS is there, okay, Gambia government is there, Senegalese government also. What I had, they go for I contributed. So pretty a lot on yeah. So could Jamal do the year? Money is something like $100 million, okay, $100 million plus. Yeah.
So in future, number kaya follow the work
yeah, used to be young very among the busiest crossing point. Okay? Yes, Nina Jan can remember Janika Diamond excursion or yeah. Nita Namoto Dunda Dam Jan, often we come to Viet Dam. Kabota Fanapo Jan, be to the farm Tola. Both sides from Anita Janva, Lamoto. So Ferrol, the Mian Papa Mall, a more ferry. Very busy. Yes, name Bajibe, Imbala that for Farafenya, okay? Neon River Gambia, but neither for Yaro, Farafenya or Mafona, as well as Atlantic Ocean. You understand? But name taken as a for Nimbala Balgado for Jan Buffalogy Koina, okay? Koina, so we could Ayana Canaro, Yam, the company River Gambia, okay? River Gambia. So a Bolanyama. So Jam from Jam border between still our Gambia our Gambia North Bank and then LR, okay, that is Lower River region and North Bank region. So Jama whole North Bank from Farafenye to Kerouan, okay, even Kadafo Jara, sorry, don't the para will be to not bank laban. So, not bank ning lower river don't separate.
Okay, yeah, mbadi ngolunka Mr. Ture ya konyaming. So mbala fila kamoy Mr. White Ramela and Adama Jambela.
Okay, Mr. White Ramela.
Yeah.
We want to ask you something about the bridge, which is, as many people know, it is called Senegambia. So what can you tell us about Senegambia? How it was constructed, whether you have something about it or how it is built. We want to ask you some questions about it.
Thank you very much, Adam. I think I was privileged when this bridge was under construction. I think this is the same group, Science and Maths. We were lucky to visit here 2 or 3 times, if I'm not wrong, then they were building this. I know it's called Senegambia Bridge today, but the actual name for it should have been Trans-Gambia. Because when you say Trans-Gambia, Gambia got 2 banks. You have the North Bank and the South Bank. So this is the bridge that connects the North to the South Bank. So they call it Trans-Gambia Bridge. But due to 1 or 2 political issues, it was named Senegambia Bridge.
Yeah. Okay. How, before the build of the bridge, how was people crossing this place?
Yeah, it's wonderful. Maybe when we look at the other end there, you can see that the crossing point. There was a ferry here, and if I can tell you, you will not believe, this is one of the busiest crossing points where you can come and see almost 100 trucks parked. Some will be here for more than 2 weeks, they will not cross. You have a lot of petty business at the sides of the banks too. And then it was a very, very busy area. But when you look at it today now, it's like a dormant area, almost dead. Because when ferries were walking, when people cross to the other bank, they have to take some time, eat, buy some stuffs and so on. But because now it's a bridge, it goes straight. So people don't, it has advantage and it has disadvantage. Because now you know wait for the ferry, you just come and cross. But for the business, people also is disadvantage to them. Now they collapse.
Okay, how can we call this? Is it a river or a bola?
This is a river. Sometimes it's a misconception. Gambia, we got only one river, and that's River Gambia, which flows from Fouta Djallon Island across the Gambia. We will see it all the other ends we go. But sometimes people have misconception between river, sea, ozone, and lake. From the area we are just from, there we have ozone, that's Atlantic ozone. Then sea, you have Red Sea, Mediterranean Sea, etc. And this one is a river, and you have tributaries, which we normally call bolong in our local language.
Okay, thank you. As we all heard from Mr. White Drame, this is called Senegambia Bridge. We are going to continue the journey. So my people, relax, enjoy, but not to enjoy only. Learn something from the excursion. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Action. Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome back again. Still in the process of Science and Maths of Bunju Open Senior Secondary School. Yeah, the nationwide tour that they embark on every year. So right now we are just arriving at Wasu. Yeah, right now. So in next few minutes we'll go inside to see how the stones or the location of the stones there. Yeah, thank you all.
Badi ngolong ko nga pala niya mintendorong. Alhamdulillah felantin dunta ng stone sakulo ko no balimbala fila ka idea di diala miliyalong ko ba follow la ninyo badi ko la ikanyum badi ko mintete nga according to history dol ko badi content dol ko badi ko la so nyum niaje dol ko badi content ka tu ko din kaman sinje so din ko man sindula min to man ke badi ko enun kanyim bero mil di tante ngani berendingol mil balari kun kam molla kanaje ka duwa ke ka bero landi ikang enun fana nga bero sto jane mi yalon ko wala jam fata nyim berol beti in okay nga bero sto jami yalon ko wala jam fata berol beti in wasu jan stone sakul bala man ke Senegambia ti endala jam fo mu 2.59 meters lati ha nyim berol enu ako lamin fana jana wo yiro be lorin jana dami ko nunto nun lampo la kamala je bari imalon fo akamala berola balaba wala fa kamala yiro nyinna bala so ya more si fal military je mo si fal laka they are more different ideas Adama.
As my friend said, this is where we call Stone Circle. Some people believe that there is a burial here, but some people believe that there is no burial here. How we can even see the place? We can say that there is somebody buried here, but in terms of people, some said there is nothing here. Some of the stones that are put on top of some of the big stones, they said people came here to do some prayers in terms of the localities. In that place behind there, that tree and that stone, they said then light used to come out of there. We can say reflection. Come out of that place. People do think that there's jinn or something, but they don't know exactly whether the stones or the tree which is giving the light. So my people, relax. Let's continue the journey.
Ale kabi, ma ban follow de. Ngata sara fo digel.